Now we are at Hoi An, the last day here. Hoi An is located in the south of Da Nang. We came to Singapore on the 12th of January. So the purpose is to collect my identification card. Now we are taking a detour to Vietnam. We left there instead of Bali or Indonesia. I get I did send some questions poll to ask you guys where's the best place. Should I go to Bali or should I go to Thailand or should I go to Malaysia? And then eventually I choose Vietnam, and I want you to know why. All right, so in this video I'm going to share with you my experience very quickly and how much does it cost to stay here or in Singapore, and also what to expect. So if you are planning to visit Singapore and Vietnam, this is the video for you. My name is Esti. I'm a Singaporean living in Sweden for the past 25 years. So this trip is a very relaxed trip. So if you are into relaxing kind of video, this is a channel for you. Make sure you subscribe. So let me start off with Singapore. Why I visit Singapore? Besides collecting my ID, I also take the opportunity to spend some time with my friends and my family, and also do some sightseeing on our own. When we travel, we don't usually like to book those package tour. It is the reason why I find that package tour is very stressful. You have to wake up very early in the morning, and because I am originally from Singapore, so I know the place pretty well. So that's a good way for you to get some tips, inside tips from me, even though I've been staying in Sweden for like past 25 years. I think Singapore is a very easy place to navigate or move around. Uh, Originally, we booked the air flight, and it was like twice as much as it used to be. So traveling to Singapore is can be very expensive in terms, especially accommodation, because the flight, they use a lot of petrol, and on the plane, so it's very expensive. The best way to book is to go to Google's. All right, don't go to those sites like okay, booking.com or those Momondo, because those rates, if you were to compare to Google's, they are much more they are very narrow-minded. Like Momondo, they because they are agency, so when they take in the price, so it's based on it's based on the agent price, because they have to add a certain amount onto the fees. So I would suggest Google is the best place, because Google, you can compare all the prices with all the agency like Momondo, Agoda, Booking.com. So you have a very wide view on the overall, and then you choose the best one. And also same to hotel, I suggest you also go to Google. What you go is you click onto the bar, and then you just type flights, then the flights list will come out. And the same, go to hotel, and then just type hotel, and you will see all the accommodation, all the booking site will turn out. So just type your destination you want to go. So this is my suggestion, because I tried booking for many years, so I know their tricks. So from there you will know, okay, which is the best offer. Sometimes you also have to check, review, especially when you are booking hotel, review on the hotel, and take some time to read the review. Because if you don't do that, you will think that, okay, this price is really cheap, right? And then you don't read the review. So at the end, you find out, why this is cheap, and it's too late already. Because some hotel, they don't provide food breakfast, and if you are very particular about breakfast, you know, especially in Vietnam, because Vietnam, they always like to serve local breakfast and also international, I mean European breakfast. So make sure you check the picture, all right? The room, how it look like. What I'll do is I'll check the room, how it looks like, and then I'll check the rating or the review of those people who have experienced staying there. And then lastly, I'll check onto the photo for food or breakfast. So sometimes if you like authentic food like me, so I like to put priorities on the room, how it looks like, the review on that, and also the food, how it should look like. Uh, and when it comes to booking, I think it is the best way is I find the Agoda is so far the best. I booked there a few times, so I find that their rate is reasonable, and most of the time breakfasts are included. So, and on top of that, when you check with Google, there's a filter, all right? Go to the slide onto the right side of the screen and you will see a filter. So if you want a hotel that has a balcony, for example, which is very important for me because like you see here, I have a balcony opening and there is a sea. Let me just show you the sea, all right? Just not the sea, that's not the sea, that is the city. But we have a pool here. As you can hear, there's some sound from the traffic, but this is still not as bad because the traffic is considered quite minimal because this is considered a little outskirt of the busy area. Unfortunately, there is been raining, so we couldn't use the pool, but LG is in that room using the gym, and there is a spa there. And inside this house, you go in here, there is a sauna, a normal heated sauna, and a steam sauna. So this place I would consider quite good. This hotel, I think it would be very good if you come here during the hotter months. So here there's two seats, one here, one here, and then this hotel is about, I think it's about 400 crown for us to book here, which is very, very cheap because in Singapore, you probably cost 2.5 times more in Singapore. And they have a very nice bedroom. So this hotel I booked by Agoda and they are very reasonable and breakfast is included. Sorry, it's a bit messy here because we are about to check out. So this is how it looks like. Let me just show you. The bed is really, really big and very comfortable. So let me just flip the camera and speak to you guys again. So I think, okay, if because I find that Vietnam, the reason why I choose Vietnam is because if you compare the price between Bali, because initially I wanted to go to Bali, right? So I decided not to do that because I think one of my friend has been staying there in Bali. She told me, she said, don't go there. Why? Because it's very commercial there. And they find that there are, it feels like it's a dead city. A lot of places you will see a lot of China tourists there, also some Korean. But why I don't choose that is because first of all is um, I it's a raining season. And now when I come to Vietnam, I understand how important. If you are going for a beach resort, usually at Bali at this time, December, January, February is very cheap because it's raining season. And of course, raining season, you don't want to swim because the sea, the water can be quite cold, and even in the pool. Usually, most of the pool there are not heated ones, so it can be quite cold. So if you are going there for beach purpose, that's not the place to go. The place to go there is like if you are going for a retreat, like a relaxing retreat, like yoga retreat, or you're just simply going there for the nature. So Vietnam, in my opinion, even though it was raining the past few days, we did manage to enjoy ourselves too, because we have raincoat and we have umbrella, but we don't use umbrella because I noticed that when you use the umbrella, you cannot take picture. So it's good to have a raincoat so you can take a lot of pictures. And also the temperature at this time of the year is about between 15 at night to about 22 in the daytime, and it's raining quite a bit these few weeks. So make sure you bring your umbrella or your raincoat, or otherwise, you don't want to take trouble, you buy the cheap raincoat here and then you just throw it away when you leave this country. Food wise, I would suggest you guys don't go to those tourist trap, all right? Because me and LG, I just want him to have a feel of how much it costs in the tourist trap, or to have a decent meal, like just a main course for two of us with two beers. It's about 700 Swedish. It's about 700,000 dong, which is about 300 Swedish kroner for us, which is very normal. It's still considered cheap, but then the purpose of you coming here is to enjoy the local authentic flavors, right? So those places that are along the tourist Asian town, old Asian town, I know this the price is extremely high, but look out for those menu, because they are also catering for Vietnamese people. And you will see at the outside of the shop or the restaurant, they will have like just Vietnamese words. So, and then some cafe or some restaurant, they will have an English menu. So those are the kind of restaurant or cafe you should avoid, because usually their price are much higher and the flavors is like yuck. It's not that nice. I'm not so impressed with that. I would prefer, if you go for authentic, go to the wet market or the central market, which is just a walking distance for us, about 15 minutes. So me and LG, we just had the raincoat and then we walked through the old city, which is really, really nice, because every part of the old Asian the city, it's so, I don't know what you call it. It's the Instagram. It's like every corner is so beautiful, and it's a big, big area. So make sure you bring a very good walking shoe, because you probably walk like 2-3 hours at least. For us, we spent the whole day there yesterday, even though it was raining like crazy, and there are still buses that brings Korean and Japanese and Thai people into this area. So we were thinking, oh, it's like raining, and for us is we are not used to raining. When it's raining, we stay at home, right? But no, because when you come here, you are like, you have no choice, because you don't tell me you want to stay in a hotel, right? You don't do that. So no choice. Luckily, we brought our raincoat. So I thought, okay, we wear a raincoat, and it was much easier, compared, moving around, because sometimes some places can be quite packed. So if you have an umbrella, can be a bit troublesome. And I don't like to knock onto people because it's very rude, right? That's the traffic of Vietnam. Uh, and also, I think in Hoi An here, maximum 2-3 days. If you like to go on a boat, those basket boat, you can do that. Like that will take one day plus a cooking class. Prices here, I think it's better you check with the hotel, because sometimes hotel they have special rate. Like us, for us, we want to book a hotel. We try to book Grab, and we try to book this Klook, Klook. It's slightly more expensive. So check with the hotel. Sometimes they can give you a better rate because they have their own driver. So when they have their own driver, they want to provide good service for you also. So they will charge you slightly lower. A hotel price from here, transit price from here by taxi with a personal driver is about 350 dong. So from Hai On, you can go to Da Nang in just 45 minutes or less, depending on traffic. Food here is amazing. That's why I say go to those market, um, the central market, right? Hoi An Central Market. It's an experience there. The people just sit on the bench and they have so many vendors, but I notice all the food are the same almost. So just go to anyone that you feel like it, and then just sit down. And then the price of the khao lao, which is a very famous local specialty. Go and Google it. It's uh, very unique. The flavor is spelled as Caulau, khao lao. The noodles is made from the well water, right? And it just tastes so different. I think we were lucky because the store that we went was really good, and they have this special chili that you can add on. And we ordered 4 dishes, the khao lao, and always we order just one dishes and one dishes and one dishes so we can share and taste the locals specialty. And the one that I really like is this the wonton skin that has been deep fried, and then they put this tomato stew on top, and I think it was with some shrimps or something like that. So that one was really good. So 4 dishes. And then we also ordered the spring roll, and we also ordered the white rolls, which is very popular here also. All of them was delicious. LG, he's a bit skeptical when it comes to local food. Um, and yesterday I was a little bit pissed off with him. Every time when he eat breakfast, he always go to the western side. I say, lama, you can eat this in Sweden. When you come to a local country, you should try. Another country should try their local breakfast. Just take a little bit, and if you don't like it, just eat and just have a few, and then that's it. Why do you eat omelette, bacon, and ham where we can eat at home, right? Make no sense. Let me know what you guys think. Does your partner do the same? I think it's so damn not cook, but you should try. Be brave to try, because there's no harm trying, right? You come all the way there and then don't tell me you want to eat the same food that you eat at home. No, right? Okay, now Vietnam is our second night here, and we are planning to go to Da Nang today because we checked the weather. The one thing when you travel, I think it's very important that you should check the weather report before you go, because it can be good. Because right now we're in Hoi An. I was thinking maybe a bit rain, never mind, we still can go to city with a raincoat. But if you're going for a beach resort, you want to make sure that the weather is good. So make sure you check the local weather report first before you book your hotel. So what I did is that we have 10 days in 10 days still, so I break it up. I noticed that the first 4 days is really bad weather, so I decided to go to the city, because then in city you have shoppings and you have a lot of things to do indoor, right? Whereas if you're going for a beach, then you see, okay, the last 5 days is going to be really good weather, so you book your beach hotel after that. So LG was a little bit disappointed because in Singapore it has been raining so much. We want to go to the beach, but it was I think it was like 1 or 2 days when we were there. It was sunny. After that, but because of Chinese New Year, we have to go visiting. So he was a little bit disappointed. We didn't get to use the pool. We didn't get to go to the beach because all the time we've been so busy. So he was a bit. We hope that we could at least go to the beach for at least 4 or 5 days in our last 4 or 5 days in Asia. So it will be interesting to see how it looks like. So I'm going to take video and photograph and share with you guys. All right, I have posted a lot of pictures in my Facebook, but I think I'd rather talk to you guys and let you guys have this feeling how it is for me on my feedback. Hopefully, it is good enough. Singapore wise, we were there visiting, and all those things, all those memories is usually my how do you call that? My my feelings. I think I become quite emotional this trip because my best friend Kelly, she really spent a lot of good quality time with me this time. She really planned out, everything for me. And I'm really touched. And all my friends, they really put in a lot of effort to try to meet up with me, even though it was really short. But I really appreciate their effort in making this happen. Um, I can tell you more about my friends, what I really like about them when I come back, because I think that I need to share with you guys how the updates is like for us. So Singapore wise, food is much much more expensive. Accommodation is far too expensive. So if you want to stay in Singapore, again Google, and then check on the rates on different agency. It is impossible for you to get like below 100 Singapore dollars in the city area unless you are willing to go, a little bit outside Singapore city, like Geylang, or maybe in the west, there's not so many hotels. But, in the east side, there are some cheap hotel in Juchet and Geylang area. Because actually this Geylang area is not that bad. We passed through there a few times. It was okay. We didn't see like so many dangerous activities there. It's a red light district, but then we don't. It's like very commercial there, so you don't see like a lot of lady coming out and pulling customer. No, not that kind. And it's good that they legalize it, because if they don't, then it will be more problem. So the hotel that we stay in is Bugis area. I choose that area. It is because it is central of Singapore. It's very convenient for me to go around, because Singapore is very small, right? It's like 25 kilometers in the length, or is it on the width? Anyway, it's very convenient. Don't book a Grab. Grab sometimes can be more expensive than the taxi. The most convenient way, I think Singaporeans are very spoiled. They have a good MRT station, MRT system there. It's a metro. It's really cheap. The only thing I don't like is that you have to buy this card like for I think it was like 5 years. You have to buy them, or 6 years, and it costs about $10. But then you can use this card to pay your food. You can pay bus. You can pay the metro, and I don't know, is it taxi also? Let me know, okay, guys. And then you can top up. It's like a wallet. You can top up money with cash or with the bank credit cards. So I think that was really good. Don't take taxis. I'm not saying spoiling the market for the taxi driver, but I think, if you're on a budget, go with the train. But if you are not, you want to support the taxi driver, it's still cheap compared to Sweden. Um, Tourist trap. Singapore tourist trap and Vietnamese tourist trap is very different, right? In Singapore, you don't get people, oh, come into the restaurant so much. No, most of the places is like they're open, they won't drag you, or they won't come to you and show you the menu unless you are walking very close to the restaurant, means that you are interested, right? So Vietnam is like they see you from a distance, they call you auntie, come. So it's really different. The one thing that I don't really like is this kind of, they so late, they getting customer They are very aggressive sometimes. They pull you into their shop, which is what I don't like. So I told LJ, I said, if they just stay there and just smile and no need to say anything, I think the chances for people to walk into their shop is higher than you go and call, because when you are calling for customer, you're actually chasing them away because people will be scared, right? The normal response is that they don't want to be scammed, or they don't want to be called. Let me just go and open the door for LG, okay? He's coming back from the gym. Oh, LG is here. Okay. LG has came back from the gym. Did you like the gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
He's great using the last hour of our time here to use the gym. Yesterday we tried the steam bath. It was really good. For free. So where was I? I was talking about the customer service, right? So in Vietnam we find it's a bit like that. And then transport wise, there is this taxi you can take. It's like 10,000 dong. You have to go to the like a central bus station where you can take to go out of the Asian town. So if you have 5 people, then it just costs 10,000 dong, which is really really cheap still. So, but as I say, we are saying when you choose a location of a hotel, make sure, right, like your intention first. Your intention, like for our intention now, is to choose a location that is close to the place that we want to visit or interested. Make sure you choose around there so you can avoid, taking transport far away to that location. And because this is an Asian city, it's old town, because it is activity like all day long. So you can go there in the daytime, like today, like yesterday, the weather was like quite bad, but we still go. So it's like, you really need a whole day there. So plan your trip like according to where your interest is. And if you find that there is a few attraction that you want to go, plan one day extra, because you never know how the weather's going to be like. So for us, we know, okay, next Wednesday is going to be sunny in Da Nang, so we're going to be booking in the Baha Hill. And also some shopping, last minute shopping. You see, look at our bag. We don't really have a lot of bag. We only have one hand carry and one, we call that the hand carry, and one haversack. Don't say. It's so empty. It's so funny. Oh. So I hope you guys don't think that I've forgotten about you. It's just so difficult to do video. I was thinking, hey, initially I can plan, at night to do some video on Singapore. They want to every day, but then I realized it's impossible, because every time when we come back, it's nighttime, and by the time we come home, we are already dropped dead. So it's very difficult. And also one more tips I give you guys: you go to travel, right? You have a lot of pictures you've taken or video you have taken, right? And then you are scared that it will cram up your uh, telephone. So what I do is, every time when I come home, like from the day, I upload all my video and pictures into Facebook. You know why? Because it will, and because you know what, it will save the space in your storage. So once you save all the thing in your Facebook, you can delete all those from your phone, which means to say you can take even more photograph and more video. So when you come back from your trip, then you will take out those pictures that are nice, and then you store it or you just download it into your camera if you want to share it. So when you're on a trip, you don't have time to do all that. So I always like select all and then I push it to Facebook or push it to the cloud, Google Cloud or cloud. And then when I come back from my trip, I slowly look. I don't even have time to look at those video that I took, So I always do that when I come home. So I think it's very important that when you plan for your trip, I don't like to go to those package tour because I find that it's a disaster because you have to wake up very early, right? And then they have all the schedule for you. But then, you only get to visit one place, maybe maximum 1 hour or most 2 hours, and then you rush from one place. You don't really see that much. I've joined this kind of tour for about when my younger age. When I grow older, I just enjoy like us, what we are doing. We just take every day easy. We decide when we want to wake up, what we're going to eat, what time we're going to eat lunch, and when you rush, your stomach become very upset. You really, when you're stomach upset, you don't really enjoy. You're looking for toilet every now and everywhere. So I think it's very good that take a easy way. Book the air ticket according to the transit. All right, and my suggestion, we lost the luggage for at least more than 7 days when we came to Singapore. All right, we really regret booking with Turkish airline because we later found out they have a reputation for losing bag. And because I found out from my friend who worked for the airport, they say Turkish airline always a lot of problem. So let's hope that LG don't have any problem when we get back to Sweden, because they really hate us now, the Turkish, because we burn their Korean. Or not we, but I mean other people. One crazy guy in Sweden from Denmark came to Sweden and burned the Koran, which is disrespectful. So we'll see what happened, right? So package lost, 7 days panic, nothing. All my shampoo, everything is there. My hair is like, like a tiger. And so red, right? The thing is with red hair, it's like LG is easily find me when I'm in the cloud. Look out for the red head, and I'm the only one with a red head. Especially when you're in Asia, you're not used to seeing people with a red hair. So that was maybe my intention also, so that he could easily find me because I'm very petty and short. So it's quite difficult to find when all the head is all black. So suddenly one pop-up red. That must be SD. So it was a disaster. So make sure you have a travel insurance. Very important. Even though if you maybe SIA not so much problem, but other airlines like Turkish airline, Qatar airline, all these airlines, I don't trust them. So we were having problem because all our gifts to our friends were all inside the bag. And we were very paiseh, we were very embarrassed because I prepare all my gift, and when I visit my friend, I don't have any gift for them. So I try to make it up with food. Bridge them a them with the food. And all my friends very generous. So we actually didn't really spend so much in Singapore on food. We only spend like on drinks. We spend a lot of money on coffee because the coffee there is so good. Actually, he liked the coffee there. So we always go to this Akun, they have this really nice franchise where they have this iced coffee, which is his favorite. And for us, we are being treated everywhere by my friend. And LG asked, hey, how come Singaporean, not like Sweden, Sweden, they never treat you for food. they treat you is just fika, coffee, and some cakes or cookies. She said, wow. I said, oh, please. Usually Asian people, they will treat you. When they say treat you means they will give you a proper nice dinner. Maybe not just at home. Sometimes they also bring you to a restaurant. So I say my friend are like that. And the culture is like that also. So he was really touched, He said, wow, they spend a lot of money on us. Yeah, I said, yeah. That is friends is for. So, and we also hope that they could come and visit us in Sweden sometimes. So we could, repay their kindness. So guys, if you like to know any more things about Singapore and Vietnam, let me know, all right? I'll try my best to give you more information, and write me in the comment. You hear? We are woken by this chicken. Every morning, they have a chicken somewhere. I don't know where, but you can hear cuckoo cuckoo in the morning at 6 o'clock. Oh my God. That's one thing bad about this hotel is the chicken. I hope it is just this hotel. All right, guys. I'll see you in maybe the next few days. I'll try to do a live stream when I have the opportunity. So take care and 恭喜发财. For those of you who are Chinese, 新年快乐. And for those, oh, there's a naked guy running
Not
around.
naked.
Not naked, half naked.
Under.
Under naked. So have a great weekend. Today is Sunday. And I'll see you in my next live stream. Bye bye. Oh! Okay.
Last minute entertainment.
He said last minute entertainment. Okay, see you. But give a thumbs up. Bye bye.